Chattanooga, Tennessee is a growing city that sits along the Tennessee River. Just off the riverbank, the towering glass spires of the Tennessee Aquarium, home to over 12,000 animals, ranging across nearly 800 species.
You may have wondered, where does a big aquarium get all the fish? Well, I mean, it used to be that they'd go out in the ocean with nets and they had to collect them, but these days, the Tennessee Aquarium is growing their own.
Inside, you'll find one of the largest freshwater exhibits in the world, as well as saltwater exhibits, reptiles, and even some mammals. But perhaps the most impressive part of this aquarium is the giant Secret Reef exhibit, modeled after the Flower Garden Bank's National Marine Sanctuary. This massive tank holds 618,000 gallons of water and a wide variety of marine life, from fish and rays to sharks and sea turtles. Because the fish in the aquarium are always spawning and producing eggs, the biologists here developed a unique way of collecting those eggs from the Secret Reef exhibit and raising them to adulthood, so they could be released back into the place where they were born. To show us how this process works, we head to the top of the exhibit to meet Kyle McFeeters, the senior aquarist in charge of the breeding program.
So, Kyle, can you walk me through this process?
Yeah, we have the egg collector in the exhibit right now, which these fish generally broadcast spawn.
Yep.
So sperm and eggs in the water column, when those eggs are fertilized, they float. So this device we've made will skim the surface of the tank to pull those eggs off the top of the water.
Kyle carefully lifts the egg collector so we can check for some newly captured eggs.
Pretty much what we're looking for is on the screen. When you see anything, like there's some junk, some detritus, when you see like something reflective like that,
Yep.
that's gonna be the egg. All right, let's see what we can see.
It just looks like a bunch of detritus.
You get a ton of detritus and hopefully some eggs. So we can drop them in where they go and then look at the fish and the algae and whatnot.
All right, cool. Let's go.
All right.
We make our way to the small tanks that house all of the collected eggs, as well as the young fish that have hatched.
You're not just gonna pour them in there?
So we're gonna let them float in there. We're gonna add that little bit of tank water like we were talking about.
Okay, yep.
So bring the salinity up, let those eggs float a little better.
Okay.
And then we're actually gonna transfer them from the surface of the water in there to a clean bucket where we'll do it again.
So, Kyle, are you making beer?
I am, exactly. This is algae. This is the basic building block of our whole process to grow these fish. This particular algae is called Isochrysis algae, and it was chosen for its good nutritional profile.
They use the algae to feed a tank of copepods, small bug-like crustaceans that become food for the young fish.
So we got some tools of the trade to be able to get some of these copepods to feed to our little fish.
Okay.
So I've got this little sieve that we've made out of a very fine mesh and a cup, and I'll pour this through your sieve.
Okay.
This way, they're not on a dry screen. They're getting trapped in there, and the water is just going right through.
And then what do you do? Because you don't want to dry them out.
Exactly. So we'll get a little water here. We'll give this a little bit of a swirl and do a quick pour. That's 2 gallons of Parvocalinus adults right there.
So now what kind of little baby fish do you have in here?
So these, I'm most certain that those are Bermuda chub. And at this size, they'll happily eat these adult copepods. So we can take this, this little bit we just harvested there. We'll just place it gently and slowly in there to not freak out the fish too much. Pour them on in.
Once these fish are big enough, they can be moved downstairs to an exhibit visible to the public while they continue their growth.
So we're gonna take them out of here, move them into this cart, and we're gonna take them up to the Secret Reef so we can add them into there.
Awesome. So now how are we gonna get them over there? Nice. Come here. Oh.
Ooh.
All right, come on. Oh. Dude, this is hard.
There he is.
Oh,
there he
you are
is.
mine.
Nice.
All right, I got one. And then we got to keep them from escaping. Over we go, over we go. In, yep, okay. Nice. I'm gonna do one more,
Do it.
and then I'm gonna let the professional do the rest, because otherwise we're gonna be here all day. Kyle is the fish whisperer. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna roll this over?
Yes, we're gonna take this cart up to the secret reef, and we're actually gonna give these fish what we call a freshwater dip, which is exactly what it sounds like. We're gonna take them out of the saltwater, put them in some fresh water, and that's gonna ensure that anything on them doesn't get transferred to the other exhibit.
Kyle has me fill up a bucket from the secret reef to help acclimate the new fish. While we wait for the fish to acclimate, we suit up to prepare for their relocation. We move them into the freshwater dip and wait for any potential parasites to die off. Cameraman Tim and I hop into the water while Kyle grabs the first volunteer. There are plenty of small places for these fish to hide while they continue to grow, ensuring that they're safe from any hungry sharks looking for a snack. 33 feet down, we find a well-protected area to let them go. With the first mission being a success, we're ready to bring down the rest of the new residents. And with that, these fish have completed their year-long journey and finally returned to the place of their birth. The Tennessee Aquarium is an icon of Chattanooga. Not only is it an impressive facility with a huge number of amazing exhibits, but their biologists have significantly advanced the sustainability of aquariums by developing innovative ways of building their own fish populations without having to take them from the wild. A great conservation effort for the blue world.